last video, I was talking about removing my secondary fuel tank and the airbags. Well, I have done that. And ever since that, I ordered some uni filters, which are installed right now. So right now I have installed the fuel tank, and I just earlier started it up, and I'll show you guys a clip of that. And then I'm going to be removing the fuel tank and show you the uni filters and what I've done to make the fuel tank work. Because since I removed the secondary fuel tank, I have changed some stuff up. Last video I was talking about removing that secondary tank and trying to remove the fuel pump, but this fuel pump is gonna have to stay because I'll explain it in a bit. Well, actually, I'll talk about it right now, since let me just go over here. So this, if I would have removed that fuel pump, it would be, I would either have to get a new tank, or I would have to modify this tank, because and if I would have get a new fuel tank, it would just be expensive, and then modifying it, I really don't want to. But let me remove this fuel tank and show you under just the whole how this tank works, and show you how I have this set up. So with this tank, I'm able to eliminate that secondary fuel tank, but I'm not able to eliminate the fuel pump, because that fuel connects us right here to the fuel pump, and then it pumps that fuel back to the carburetor. So yeah, this is gonna end up staying, which I don't mind. I'm just happy that that secondary fuel tank is gone. And the other thing that I'm really excited is I ordered these little choke. I don't know how you call them. I forget, but this is for choke. So like each carb has one, so that's on the right side, and then this is on the left side. So and I'm so excited that these are able to work. They're not a direct fitment, because once I pull them out, see, this is all the way out, and then when I let go, they go back in a little. So it's not a full choke, but I'm gonna see if I can maybe try to modify these. But this is so great because it just eliminates from having a choke up here, which the stock bike has right here. So I'll be able to like just get rid of this cable, which sucks because I just purchased this new choke cable. But I'm just thankful that I'll be able to eliminate another cable off of this, because I plan on just cleaning up the handlebars, because since this bike has a push and pull throttle, I learned that you don't have to have a push and pull cables. You can make this into a one. So I'm gonna be doing that. And also this is the front brake, and if you can tell, these are pretty it feels like this is not going to last long, so I'm going to be replacing this. And then this is for the clutch, which it doesn't work on a cable. It's a clutch that works on, well, like this. This is the first time actually having a bike that works like this, but I'm going to be replacing this too. And this clutch housing also holds that choke cable up here, so I'm going to be replacing this. And so I'm going to buy something that doesn't have this choke lever right here, and just having something that has this reservoir right here, because I can't show you right now, but like the thread on this, it's like it got stuck inside. And also look at the glass, like I can't even see the level. It's so old, like it's so corroded. So this and this are gonna be replaced for sure. And yeah, I'm just glad that this setup is working so far. My exhaust, I know I welded this little hole that was right here. I have a feeling that I'm just going to be replacing this whole exhaust system. I was thinking of maybe getting slip-on mufflers, or using some existing slip-on mufflers that I have, but they're just not fitting correctly. And from my experience from the 500, I feel like it's just better to spend the money on a new exhaust system, because on my 500 I purchased slip-on mufflers, and if you purchase that, you have to get gaskets, and then you're not sure if they're gonna fit correctly, and then this kickstand gets in the way of the slip-on mufflers because they're aftermarkets. And then this exhaust is not the prettiest looking. Like, it was spray painted on before, and that black paint is peeling off, and it just looks really corroded. So I figured, like, and then if I would stick with these stock exhausts, I would put like some heat wraps on them, the you know, what they use to wrap around the heat. But I mean, might as well just, you know, spend the money on a whole new good looking exhaust system. And then I would still have to put new jets on the carbs. That would be later on, because I would have to ride the bike and see how it feels, and check my spark plugs and see how they look and all that. And right now, in this garage, I'm just buried. You know, I can't even get out that door. So I'm just waiting to have my setup straight, like the exhaust and mufflers I'm gonna use, and order the jets that I'm gonna be using. I'm definitely gonna be keeping these air filters on, because it just gives me a whole lot of space to work with my electrics. Definitely gonna be getting new tires for sure. Look at this, like, yeah, definitely new tires for sure. I mean, the front is the same. The shocks, I'm definitely going to be getting different shocks. I was thinking of using my 500 shocks, but I noticed that they're actually the same height. They're actually 12.5 inches, and I want to get shorter ones, maybe 11 inches, but I actually don't even know, like, if I can use my 500 with my 750 bike. So, I mean, I could ask in forums to see if it's safe to use my vt750 shocks with my 750. But I do want to actually make it lower, because I don't know, with my 500 bike, the frame, like when I would, with the aftermarket sit, I would sit on the bike, and I would be flat-footed on both feet. But I feel like with this bike, it sits a little bit high, even with aftermarket seat, because my front tire is a 19-inch. The 500 was a 18-inch, and the back tire, this one, is a 15-inch. I'm not sure how tall the 500 rear tire is, but I definitely want to go shorter. I still don't know if I want to chop this off, or I don't know. Right now, I'm just leaning on keeping this, and then I'm for sure definitely going to be putting my sissy bar for my 500 back on this bike, or on this bike. But I'm just trying to figure out, you know, my back end. Like, earlier I was thinking, like, do I want to put shocks, or do I want to put struts, like try to make it like a hardtail kind of. But I think I'm gonna go with some shocks. But the thing is, gonna have to purchase new ones, which is kind of pricey. I've learned that on the 750 parts for the 750 is more expensive than the 500. And I was thinking, I'm definitely going to be changing these handlebars. Yeah, I don't know what route I'm going to be going with the handlebars, but yeah, I think I am going to be changing them. It's probably not a top priority to change them, but yeah, this front is going to be different, of course. My front end, this is going to be changing. I don't know how, but I definitely want to give it a different look. So yeah. So I'm just happy that you know, the setup is working so far. I started up earlier, and I started up like in a 45-degree temperature with half the choke, because since these don't come out all the way out, see, I push them out and they go back just slightly. So it's a little bit more than half, but and the good charge in the battery, the bike runs, even without the mufflers. And this is the battery that the bike came with, which I learned that this is not the actual size of battery that this bike should have. I actually ordered the correct battery, so maybe that's why it was giving problems starting up. But I have the correct size battery for this. Electrics for sure. They're working, but right now it's so it's so crazy. I just want to get everything else situated, and then I feel like the electrics are going to be afterwards, because once I have everything set up, I'll know where to put everything else on. So it's just a whole process of getting stuff situated, and the look I want to go after, I still really don't know. The look I'm going after is it's like shaping up as I'm working on this bike. It's just like I can't just, like, everything, when it all comes down to working or making a custom bike, it all comes down to what type of frame you have. I mean, it's hard to, like, if you buy this kind of bike, you can't make it a cafe racer, because this type of frame it won't work with it. For example, like the front part of this, if you want to, most manufacturers or like aftermarket shops, their fuel tanks, they work with with frames that just have one straight frame that goes like this. But with this 83 vt750 frame, you can't do that, because it starts out like with one, and then it splits, and so you have this whole, it's just like, that's why when you're gonna start a project, or you have something in mind, you really have to look at the frame that you want to work with. And I'm glad that I don't want to do a cafe racer, because I know the type of bike I want to be riding, and for sure it's going to be a bobber. So yeah, that's it. I'm just rambling now. So thanks for watching. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video and subscribe.